Welcome back, my friends. It's good to see you. Seriously, it's good to see you. What a wild week last week was. It started slow in Korea, but by midweek, my God, the U.S. just blew up. It got crazy, and so many crazy things happened over the weekend. I'm in shock. It basically was like beginning of Korea, except a hundredfold. It's insane. I've seen so many pictures of empty shelves, and I don't understand why people are stocking up on TP. I get it. I was joking about this maybe like 2 3 weeks ago because in Hong Kong they literally are getting mugged for TP, but that thing's still going on. It's like a war zone over there still. But in America, people are just stocking up. I just it boggles my mind. Anyways, let's just cover some Korean news, all right? So, in the beginning of the week, everything's kind of started to slow down, kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel. Allegedly, there have been more recoveries than confirmed cases, which is always a great thing. In the beginning of the week, there was this call center, and it basically was a small cluster of corona cases. And this is what has still kept it alive in Korea. It's just these small little clusters here and there. What I think makes Korea real dangerous to these small clusters is how confined all these spaces are. For example, this call center, it was on the 11th floor of a 19-floor building. And in this building, there were other businesses, other call centers, wedding halls, and residents. I think 140 residents lived in the same building. So last week was a lot about this small cluster, this call center, and that 64 people grew to 102 by the end of the week. So hopefully they contain that. I haven't seen any new updates on that, but I would assume, because another stat came out. There were a little over 200,000 tests, and 185,000 were tested negative, and that was beginning of the week. So they're zooming out tests left and right, and I'm pretty happy about this. I feel like this is one of the causes that's decreasing. Also, my God, we still get 1,000 emergency texts. You got your headphones in, and it just blares. God, I want to turn it off, but part of me just knows you can't turn that off, because the time that you actually need it, you have it off. I just don't know what to do, but it's annoying. One of the articles, it interviewed some random person on the street, and they recorded to say something on the lines of, "I'm scared of this virus, but I think I want to go out and play and have fun with my friends more than I'm scared of the virus." And what? This is how it spreads. This is how all these small clusters that I was talking about before, that's how they keep spreading. The next biggest thing in Korea was the stock market. It tanked. And I know it tanked in America as well. So in Korea, they basically banned short selling stocks for 6 months in hopes that it helps stabilize this. And I know nothing about the stock market. I've read a lot of articles on the American stock market. They just recently pumped tons of money into the market. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I have no idea. This is going to be a wild ride. All I know is I hope 2008 does not happen again. Those are some stressful times. So in Korean news, not a lot happened. Obviously a lot happened, but nothing like the last 2 weeks where we had a great storyline with the Shincheonji church. I want to say about midweek, a lot of my focus went straight to the US. I mean, I remember getting blasted with a bunch of messages telling me that the NBA was canceled, and then everything followed suit. And I think this plays perfectly from what I've been talking about, is the small clusters. And there's this story of, allegedly, she's patient 31. There's a lot of similarities with the NBA and patient 31. As we know, In the NBA, one player said, "Oh, I'm not scared," kind of mocking the virus, touching all the microphones, everything. And what happens? Like a handful of hours later, he is tested positive for coronavirus. Like, what? And patient 31 is the Shincheonji church member that kind of did the same thing. Didn't take this serious, and then all of a sudden, it basically, she was the reason it exploded in South Korea. And the similarities is they didn't they didn't take this serious. And I think that's what is going to be the downfall. This is what starts all these small little clusters and just sets off everywhere. This social distancing thing is a great thing, but it's hard. Like that kid on the streets that was quoted to say, "I want to have fun and be with my friends more than I'm scared of this virus." I think that hits it home as we all feel that way after a long time of this social distancing, but we also don't, we should be scared not to be patient 31. I mean, it is boring, all just staying at home doing nothing. I think this is a great time to do something that you've always wanted to do, because in the end of the day, don't be like that NBA player. Don't be like patient 31 in Korea, where you don't take this serious and all of a sudden you just infected your small little group, and that group becomes a cluster of coronavirus cases. That ends my rant. It's just, it kind of irks me when I see just a few people not being responsible, and it literally affects millions of people. Granted, not to put so much pressure on the NBA star, I've heard that it's been spreading for weeks before the government has even done anything or any tests have been released. And who knows how long America's actually had this virus. But I think the lesson to be learned is we really need to be responsible for ourselves, all of us, so that this can actually stop. Otherwise, who knows how long this is going to last. Anyways, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will catch you in the next video. Stay safe and take care of yourselves.